What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, once again, Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors shows his complete lack of connect to reality and his disillusionment. I don't know if you heard about this. I didn't know because I didn't watch most of the game, so it was lost on me that he said this. But during last night's broadcast of what is probably going to be the lowest rated NBA All-Star game in history. But anyway, during the broadcast, Draymond Green, the fake Hall of Famer, said that the only player on the court, so he's talking about a court that's full of all-stars. The only player on that court who has a resume that matches his is LeBron James. Now, let's take college out of it for a second. Even though I know, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that because the NBA does include everything, not just NBA. The Hall of Fame includes everything, not just NBA. So, okay, I get it. He was a solid college player. He had a solid collegiate career. Okay. Aside from championship rings, how is his resume better than Giannis's? The only award that you've won is that funky-ass Defensive Player of the Year award. And in the 4 championships that you've won, 2015, 2017-18, and especially 2022, how many of them have you been an integral part of? You played terrible last year. Awful. Trying to think of the other years. I think he played okay in 17. I think. 18, I can't quite remember because he's not that dude. I remember Steph Curry showing out and balling out. I remember Kevin Durant balling out. I remember Klay Thompson having his moments. But all I remember is Draymond fouling people, the media claiming to me and trying to portray it as if he's playing this great defense, but he's committing all these offensive fouls and hacks, setting some screens and playing some decent defense, but I'm just trying to figure out how this guy is like going around talking about he's this all-time player. How are you better than Nikola Jokic, who I criticize a lot, but how are you better than him? How are you better than Joel Embiid? How are you more impactful than Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Like, all you have going for you are these championship rings, which, if you want to play that game, if you want to play this championship game, then nobody on that court has a resume like Casey Jones. Nobody on that court has a resume like Will Perdue. Nobody on that court has a resume like Steve Kerr. If you want to play this rings game, you feel me? Nobody on that court has a resume like Jumpin' Jim Pollard, who's been dead for 30 years. All right? Nobody on that court has a resume, like Michael Cooper. If this is the game that we're playing, nobody on that court has a resume like Ron Harper or Derek Fisher. If we're just counting rings, and nobody has a resume on the All-Star court last night like Robert Horry, and I think most of the people I just named are not Hall of Famers. And Draymond, you're not a fucking Hall of Famer. No matter how much you keep pushing it out there. That's when you know someone's not really a Hall of Famer, because they keep trying to convince people that they are. When we already should be doing the convincing, because we're already convinced. We already keep saying a guy's a first ballot Hall of Fame, but he has to keep saying it because he knows he's not, and he knows that we know he's not. Now, unfortunately, because of his connections to the media, you know, and more than likely, because they push him as if he's a superstar when he's really not, more than likely, this sad sack is going to probably be in the Hall of Fame. But, bro, for this dude to sit there and say that he, in reality, what he's really saying, too, what he's really saying is that he should have been in the All-Star game last night, too. That's what he really is trying to say. Nah, nigga, you ain't an All-Star. We watched you play last year in the finals. You are fucking garbage. You had one great year, really. One great series, and your team still lost. One great series in your career, or one or two great series, don't make you a Hall of Famer.